Our final project essential question is, what factors affect a person's memory? We, Kahilo and Kayla, chose this topic because memorization plays a significant role to today's society. Before, people needed to remember simple tasks such as a phone number, addresses, birth dates, and recipes. Nowadays, people can't even remember their own login password. Everyone of all ages gets sidetracked by outside temptations, which include technology, sports, hobbies, friends, and jobs. We aren't capable of memorizing as much as we used to because we have a lot more on our minds. This is why we are surveying the students in the 12th grade to see how their memory has been altered. We wanted to choose a sampling method that was randomized, so we chose cluster random sampling. There are 7 advisories, with each one being a cluster. The administration randomly placed students into each advisory. Then we used the random number generator to select 3 of the 7 advisories to survey. It chose Mr. Gonzalez, Mr. McGivern, and Kumuka Oi. Next, we created a PowerPoint that included 25 words and 25 pictures. Every student that took this survey had 30 seconds to memorize as many as they can, then 30 seconds to write down what they remembered. A sheet was made for them to fill out before taking the survey. Each paper asked, are you female or male? Would you say you have a better short-term or long-term memory? What type of learner are you, a visual, an auditory, a verbal, or a physical? On a scale of 1 to 10, how stressed are you right now? Below, there is a space for them to write down what they retained during the survey. The number of words memorized by females is compared to the number of words memorized by males. The total number of females is 35 and the total number of males is 22. The mean for the females is 7.97 words and 7.27 words for the males. The median for the females is 8 words, and for the males it is 7 words. The female average is greater than the males, proving that females are better at memorizing words than males for Maryknoll seniors. The number of pictures memorized by females is compared to the number of pictures memorized by males. The total number of females is 35 and the total number of males is 22. The mean for the females is 8.54 pictures and 8.14 pictures for the males. The median for the females is 8 pictures, and for the males it is 8 pictures also. The female average is greater than the males in the Maryknoll senior class, proving that females are better at memorizing pictures. The number of pictures remembered by short-term memory is compared to the number of pictures memorized by long-term memory. The total number of short-term memory is 22, and the total number of long-term memory is 35. The mean for short-term memory is 8.18 pictures and 8.51 pictures for long-term memory. The median for short-term memory is 8 pictures and for long-term memory is 9 pictures. The short-term memory average is less than the long-term memory, proving that long-term memory students are better at memorizing pictures. The number of words remembered by short-term memory is compared to the number of words memorized by long-term memory. The total number of short-term memory is 22, and the total number of long-term memory is 35. The mean for short-term memory is 7.68 words and 7.71 words for long-term memory. The median for short-term memory is 8 words, and for long-term memory is 7 words. The short-term memory average is less than the long-term memory, proving that long-term memory students are better at memorizing words. Additionally, the mean for both short-term and long-term memory are almost the same, and the mean for each is only separated by 1 word. The number of words remembered based upon stress level is compared to the number of pictures remembered based upon stress level. There is a total number of 57 students. For a number of words remembered, y equals 0.05x plus 7.41, and y equals 0.16x plus 7.50 for the number of pictures remembered. The R value for the number of words remembered is equal to 0.05 and 0.17 for the number of pictures remembered. The gray dots equals 1 point, red dots equals 2 points, yellow dots equals 3 points, and the blue dots equals 4 points. Since the R value in both scatterplots are very close to 0, this means that there is a weak correlation. Stress does not affect the amount of words and pictures they remember. The number of words and pictures memorized by all students were organized with a dot plot. The median for the pictures is 8, as well as the words. The mean was 7.70 for the words and 8.39 for the pictures. In contrast, the words had more dots plotted below the mean, with a handful of the answers being smaller. The words remembered results are more compact and has more consistency, and the pictures remembered results are more spread out. The number of pictures dot plot has a symmetrical shape, and the number of words has a skewed right shape. The conditional distribution of gender amongst learning styles is split between males and females. For males, 59% are visual, 23% are physical, 14% are auditory, and 4% are verbal. For females, 60% are visual and 40% are physical. Both the females and males chose visual for their best type of learning and have about the same percentile. However, the females chose visual by almost about double. Lastly, the males had a wider range of learning by also choosing auditory and verbal. The females only chose visual and physical. Our experiment on what factors affect a person's memory consists of many outside influences including gender, how strong your short-term and long-term memory is, what type of learner you are, and how stressed you are before taking the test. We have compared our results and concluded that Mariano seniors who are female are better at memorizing words and pictures. Although short-term memory and long-term memory seniors who took the survey did not show any signs of one doing better than the other. Most of the higher scores lean towards those that circled long-term memory. The amount of words and pictures each student remembered made stress irrelevant to their memory. There is a slight chance that their type of learning style made an impact on their scores. 17% more females than males chose physical and 1% more chose visual. It ties back to females memorizing more words and pictures than males. Lastly, the majority of the answers ranged from 5 to 10 on both the words and pictures memorized. The common amount of all surveys is 8. Memorization gets harder as we get older because we always live another day and receive another memory each second of it. It piles on, and it's difficult to hold on to everything that comes in your life. Younger kids most likely have a better memory because they have a short lifespan. They don't have a lot on their back or a lot of things to remember. We tend to retain moments or events that we want. If we make students interested in what they are learning about, it will be drilled into their mind and never be forgotten.